Hello and welcome to another review video. My name is Claudio and this is Parachain, the channel where I do crypto news, reviews, tutorials and interviews. And in today's video I'll be talking about CurioInvest, also known as Curio for short, with the ticker symbol CUR. It's a token on the Ethereum blockchain for now, but it will also go to Polkadot. So hence why I really want to talk about this project, because as you know I have done reviews on Polkadot, on Akala network, and I do want to be talking about quite a lot of the potential parachains that are going to be on Polkadot, because if you've watched my Polkadot video, then you know that anything that's building on Polkadot is a parachain, and of course it can connect to existing blockchains and smart contracts and so on via oracles. So what is Curio? And it's quite an interesting project, to be honest, and you know, we will be digging a bit deeper into this one. I can't really summarize it for you because it's quite a bit of detail to go through. But to start off with what's on Coinmarketcap, as we can see, it does have 2 million total supply here. CUR tokens, the max supply is also 2 million. Where can it actually be gotten? Again, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please check the disclaimer in the description, and this is not a sponsored video, just to make that clear. And it's on Probit exchange. It's trading against the BTC pair, Korean pair, because Probit is also in Korea. It's also on this exchange, Balancer, but I've never heard of it before. HitBTC, I would avoid it personally. I know a lot of people have had bad experience with HitBTC and having their funds locked on there for a long time back in 2017 and 2018 with no response from customer support whatsoever. So be very wary of that. And IDEX, which is a decentralized exchange, you can trade directly with your Ethereum wallet. But it does lack liquidity, so Probit is the best bet in this case. I did get some CUR myself, so I do own some CUR, and I did get them from Probit exchange. The link can be found in the pinned comment of this video. If you're interested to use my referral link, I would very much appreciate it. Thank you very much. But let's get straight to the website and see what it's all about. Okay, so here's the about section. This is the website, which can be found in the description of the video, CurioInvest.com. Their mission is basically to help people invest in collectible cars. So what happens is they actually purchase very expensive cars, and you'll see some of the cars, I mean, they're amazing, and then they'll try to sell them for a larger price, right? So basically that profit is going to be shared with the investors. That's pretty much how it works. So here you can see Curio's founders invested into Curio Capital. This is back in 2018. That's when they started. The development began in March 2018. Then in 2019, the product presentation took place in Davos in Switzerland. And there's more information here, of course, if you want to check the roadmap. We'll be taking a look at that a bit later. But what is CurioInvest, right? So it's an online investment platform that enables investors for all income levels to invest in high value assets. Now, a few reasons why investors choose us, that's what they're saying here, are collectible cars, of course, like I was saying. They've been consistently among the highest performing alternative asset classes, but up until now the market was only viable for elite investors. CurioInvest is using blockchain to disrupt the industry, enabling smaller investors to benefit from the collectible car market. It is also an ideal opportunity for crypto investors to diversify their exposure by investing in tokens backed by a tangible asset. So here you could basically, like I was saying, you could basically invest using cryptocurrency, or you can pay, if you want to buy with Visa, for example, or with a credit card, invest a share of the price of the car so that when they do sell it, then of course you get a share of that profit. This is pretty much how it works. So they've got the no return fee, they've got the full service investment information here. There's quite a lot of stuff that you should be reading through here. Because I mean, if I was to cover every single aspect of this in the video, it would take too long. So I'm going to jump straight in, and then we'll actually talk about the token use case, which may interest you, of course, because that's probably what you want to find out about, because that is the token that is tradable at the moment and what you can actually do at the moment. So this is the team here. The CEO is Fernando Verbunen. As you can see here, he does have a LinkedIn page if you want to check him out. So there is transparency from that aspect in terms of the team, because as I've done in other reviews, I've checked the team and there were no LinkedIn pages. You couldn't find them on LinkedIn. So nowadays everybody's on LinkedIn. If they work for a company which is known, if they've nothing to hide, they should be on LinkedIn. If they're not, it's a bit dodgy, but it doesn't necessarily mean that anything is a scam if the CEO is not on LinkedIn, but it does help for transparency. This guy here, Vladimir Kislinsky, he's actually on their Telegram page. They do have a Telegram page which can be found in the description of this video as well if you want to find out more and ask more questions. But he's the Chief Technology Officer, so he does answer a lot of questions there if you've got any kind of doubts. This is their list of advisory board, as you can see here. They've got somebody from N26 Mobile Bank, which is actually a German bank. It's quite well known. They're actually kind of the same as Revolut, to be honest. If you've heard of Revolut, they're also in the US. N26 are in Germany. These are their partners here, so we can see some of the familiar names here, like Probit, for example, which is the exchange, HitBTC, which I don't recommend, Union Bank, so Change Jelly, which is an exchange as well, BitY, and also Huobi Global. So that's interesting because they're not actually on Huobi Global yet. So what does this mean? Does this mean that because they're a partner, they could potentially get listed on there? I mean, normally partners do that, right? They list the token that they're partnered with, right? So I would expect that to happen at some point, but who knows when. Of course, because of NDA, they cannot mention anything if you ask them in Telegram, so that's quite normal. But let's go to the next section here and actually talk about the token itself and the use cases. So they've got CurioDAO and Curio Creator Protocol, right? So here they're explaining it very clearly. CurioDAO is an open source project on the Ethereum blockchain and on Polkadot. The project is managed by people around the world who hold its governance token, CGT. Through a system of scientific governance involving executive voting and governance pooling, CGT holders manage the creator protocol and the financial risks of Curio stablecoin to ensure its stability, transparency, and efficiency. So with CGT, voting weight is proportional to the amount of CGT a voter stakes in the voting contract. Now with CGT tokens, they're not actually available yet. Okay, they will be at some point as per the roadmap, but they have a bug bounty going on. Actually, they haven't started it yet. They will be starting it in this month, towards the end of this month. They should start it. And then there's the CGT, as is mentioned here, the CGT token will actually be created after this bug bounty, right? The voting is one of the features that you could do. If you hold a CGT token, you can also vote. So any Ethereum address can deploy valid proposal contracts. CGT token holders can then cast approval votes for the proposal they want to elect as the active proposal. The Ethereum address has then the highest number of approval votes is elected as the active proposal, and the active proposal is empowered to gain administrative access to the internal governance variable of the creator protocol and then modify them. So a lot of technical information here, as you can see. Now the Curio stablecoin is pretty much like USD Tether, for example, but it's used for their ecosystem. So Curio stablecoin is easy to generate, access, and use. Again, it is going to be pegged to the dollar. And this is one of the ways that you're actually going to get rewarded for staking. And here comes the use case of the CUR token. Okay, the CUR token itself is not actually useful except that it's tradable on exchanges at the moment. But you'll see more information on that in a moment. So let's go through this here. Now the next thing is the Curio Chainlink oracles and keepers. So the creator protocol requires real-time information about the market price of the collateral asset in creator vaults. For this, the system uses the Curio Chainlink oracle. Curio Chainlink oracle uses the special APIs to find and transmit real-time data about the value of the collateral asset to CurioDAO. So here we can see where Chainlink comes into place, right? So they're working with Chainlink, and Chainlink are going to be working on Polkadot, as you've probably seen if you've been following Polkadot and their progress. And then they've got a huge diagram here of how it's actually going to work. The Curio Chainlink node, the remote or PC, the Chainlink oracle, the Curio Chainlink token, other parachains, the collator. So this is quite technical here. It may be hard to understand. They have made a typo here. I've noticed this, the relay chain for Kusama, they're meant to say here. They wrote Kasuma, so maybe they should change that if they see this video. We've got information on everything that you see here. So DAO is the collateralized debt position engine. Then we've got jars, the token vaults, and so on, the processes, the credit system, and so on here. Now the Curio Parachain testnet. So here we're going to get information on the CUR token, which I spoke about at the start of this video, which is tradable at the moment on various exchanges. So in the future release of Curio Parachain network will be launched with Genesis blocks reflecting the current balances of CUR token holders in the Ethereum mainnet. This will allow independent network participants to become Parachain collators and give them the opportunity to try themselves as a Curio token holder, get acquainted with the new possibilities of Parachain, manage their balances in the network, use Parachain functions like dialogue and launch, as well as try the tech committee, democracy, and Parachain treasury chest. Then we've got the Ethereum lock drop. So initially the Curio test network will exist outside of the Kusama network. During this period, independent providers will be involved in the network to check the operation of the system and further configure it. They are giving away 10,000 CUR, which will be allocated in the summer of 2020 for the Curio testnet. Now, providers will be given the opportunity to migrate from the Ethereum network to the Curio Parachain, and the development of the Ethereum network will not stop and will go parallel to the development of the Parachain. Providers will stay on the Ethereum network and wait for the two systems to merge. So that's pretty cool, right? Because we've got, as you can see here, this is going to be the Curio Parachain on Polkadot, and this is going to be the Ethereum network, and the two will correlate with each other and they can interact with each other because they'll coexist. Now this is the Parachain testnet. As you can see, this is the idea to launch that. So CC1 is the primary candidate for the role of the main Curio Parachain with the current Genesis block of CUR holders at the time of launch, but does not exclude the possibility of creation of other Parachains. There's the candle auction lock drop. So to become a Parachain, you need to take a slot in the relay chain network. As I've explained in my Polkadot video, they're pretty much reiterating it here. Slots will be offered in the format of auctions with a candle. The auction is accompanied by block and tokens native to the relay chain, in this case Kusama or DOT, on the accounts of those who voted for the specified Parachain. In cases with Kusama, this is KSM. In cases with Polkadot, this is DOT. This condition will be taken into account using the lock drop mechanism. Lock drop mechanism can be improved to motivate KSM token holders to support a Curio token. If Curio becomes a Parachain, those who vote will get a CUR token. So you'll get them based on how much KSM you're willing to lock, or how much DOT you're willing to lock. Now just be mindful that when you do lock in Polkadot, any KSM you hold or any DOT you hold, it will be for up to 2 years, right? Because that's how long you can take the Parachain slot for. A maximum of 2 years is the maximum. So yeah, I mean, it could be a long time, and considering that you're not going to get any rewards, right? This is, I mean, I'm not referring to just CurioInvest here, but in general to any Parachain. If you want to vote for them using Kusama or DOT, you'll be locking them for 2 years, obviously hoping that the price is going to increase in 2 years, but you will not receive any kind of staking benefit except for what the Parachains will give you as rewards for voting for them, right? Because why else would you vote if nobody's going to give any reward and lock up your tokens for 2 years when instead you could be getting staking rewards, right? So here is where the CUR token comes into play. We're going to see this with more Parachains, as I'll be doing various reviews with other Parachains as well. Now, Curio Parachain on Kusama. Kusama is a large pool of validators independent of Curio developers. Therefore, running on the Curio blockchain under the control of Kusama network validators will increase the security. So we know the importance of being a network validator on Kusama and also on Polkadot. All those people staking and running nodes on there. Now, the Curio stablecoin hybrid system. We're building one of the first hybrid Aragon DAO system with the Curio stablecoin, Ethereum 2.0 staking, and Polkadot Parachains. Special bridges for swap will be developed for holders of CUR and Curve tokens. Now, all Curve token holders will have staking incentives, staking rewards as a bonus and a bonus program. Rewards will be in Curio stablecoins and reserve shares for future security tokens. So here's the interesting bit here, because you may be asking yourself, well, when I saw at the beginning of your video, you were talking about Coinmarketcap and you were talking about the CUR token. So what is the Curve token? Well, the Curve token is another type of token that you can swap in and out. At the moment, it's based on a 1-to-1 ratio, but that can change because it is growing significantly. So what happens is the more people that swap CUR for Curve, that means the less Curve will be in circulation, so that the next person that swaps CUR for Curve will not get an equal amount of Curve tokens that they've swapped CUR tokens, if you get it, right? Because there's going to be less and less Curve given away to people that swapped earlier. So the first ones that swap will get them, of course, and this is swappable in and out. So when you swap back to CUR, of course, you're going to get the ratio that you swapped in for. So the ratio is always going to match when you swap back, but there's no guarantee that when you swap back again, you're going to get the same amount, right? Because of this growth. It all depends how many people are swapping, right? So this could change. So yeah, that's going to be the purpose of the Curve token pretty much. And they will be making a use case for CUR, and apparently CUR is not going to go away. I've actually asked in their Telegram channel. You'll always be able to trade CUR, and you'll always be able to swap CUR for Curve, and of course you can always swap in and out. So I do wonder if at some point, we don't have this information yet, but maybe at some point they will be making Curve available to be tradable on exchanges. If not, then maybe it's just going to be people swapping in and out of CUR and Curve. And of course you'll be able to trade the Curio stablecoin on exchanges, because that's what they said further up when I was reading through this article here on their website. Now let's look at their roadmap. So here we can see they're launching the bug bounty, which I was saying earlier. This is on the August 25th, and today is the 22nd of August when I'm doing this video. So in only 3 days, they're going to start the bug bounty. More people are going to find out about Curio. So hopefully this video will help you, because you'll find out about Curio earlier than everybody else, right? Late August, early September is the beginning of the system security audit and the world's leading auditors. This is important for the project, of course, because it gives more transparency. September 2020, preparation of the legal framework. Then end of September, October 2020, preparation of system launch and preparation of Curio stablecoin listing on world cryptocurrency exchanges. So it's not going to be far off now. September, October, right? Not much longer to go, just over 1 month to see the stablecoin get listed on various exchanges. End of October 2020, announcement of listing and launch date. At the same time, setting up and debugging the system of rewards and bridge systems between blockchains, Ethereum 1.0, Ethereum 2.0, and Polkadot for hybrid staking. So here is the keyword here, hybrid staking. So ideally, they're gonna want you to stake in whichever blockchain you prefer. So you can use Ethereum or you can use Polkadot to stake and get Curio stablecoin. I think there's going to be a way, probably in their app, maybe they're going to create an app or something, I'm not sure, where you're going to be able to get to link your wallets, like the Polkadot wallet and also the Ethereum wallet, to kind of prove that you're staking on Ethereum and to get your reward in the Curio stablecoin, which is likely going to be on Polkadot, but probably also on Ethereum, right? I'm not sure how they're going to manage that. I think that's still to be discussed at the moment, or maybe they already know, but they haven't given us the information yet. But surely there's going to be some way to switch in between the blockchains, because this is the whole purpose of Polkadot, to give this flexibility of cross blockchain communication using the Chainlink oracles. Now, after October 2020, there's the announcement of the new derivatives programs for CUR, token integration, launch of Aragon DAO for the Curio stablecoin. Now let's talk a little bit about the collectibles here, because we haven't actually spoken about that, and that is important. So here, this is what you're basically going to be investing in. You're going to be investing in cars, right? And these cars are not new cars. These are second-hand cars which are bought by the team, by CurioInvest, and then they want to sell them for more money, of course. So here we can see the token that you're actually buying is pegged to the dollar. The number of tokens you need is 1,100,000. The hard cap is 1,100,000. This is the soft cap here. We buy, so CurioInvest finds the car, negotiates the purchase, and closes the deal. You invest, right? Accredited and uncredited investors become partners in the fine asset. Then CurioInvest secures each asset with professional maintenance, storage, and insurance partners. Then you get paid. So they pay you in cash distributions, the investor, of course, from selling the car. Now you can pay with a credit card, bank transfer, or crypto, of course. And here's where Hobby comes into place once again. So I do wonder if they're going to list there very soon. Again, this is just speculation from my side. We cannot make any speculations 100% sure, because anything could happen, right? But we're assuming that they will, right? Considering that they're partners. CurioInvest prospectus documents. So you can find more details here for the emission of the CTI token here and the Ferrari brochure. So this is what you're basically going to get for now, right? If you want to invest in this car, this is pretty much how it works. One other thing that I want to talk about is the car. So how are you actually going to manage to keep track of what they're doing, how they're buying, how they're selling the car? Well, I've asked that question and I got an answer, and that is the merge exchange, which you can see here, which is used for securities. As you can see here, all the security tokens here, the price of these security tokens in various currencies, euros, USD, ZAR, and so on. And apparently the cars are going to become a digital asset under a security, right? So they're going to be a security token as a digital asset, which is going to be valued at the same price as the car, right? At the same price as they want to sell the car at. So this is where the car is actually going to be sold, apparently, using the securities exchange. So that's going to be quite interesting to see how it works in action. Now, we don't have an example, unfortunately, but when we will, I will likely be doing a follow-up video just to see how that actually works in action, maybe in a news video that I'm going to do, or just on a project update on CurioInvest to see how they progress and how they're doing. But this is pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any kind of questions in the comments below. Do check their Telegram channel. Like I said, you can find that link in the description. Of course, a link to this website too, if you're interested. And don't forget, in the pinned comment, if you are interested in getting CUR tokens, please do use the referral link from the pinned comment below from Probit Exchange. Thank you very much. I appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.